That's actually really impressive.
I got keys coming from overseas. Ignition, foreign exchange lane switching. Talk the same shit, I say it different, that's the difference. Them niggas pussyfootin', they ain't pimpin'. Them bitches just looking and choosing when they see a winner. Smart decision, could've been with throwback jack. Still riding spinners, fly in Delta, I can help you. Get your weight up, like the spider raising the barn, the plates up. Writing my raps by my trap, bitch indicator. Making adjustments and preparations while the program directors in my city are having a sleepover in the station. Pluck my ashes, refuse to ass kiss. Slow-mo in a fast whip, no socks, my Stan Smith. Summertime in the winter, I'm fine, my nigga.
Alright, so driving on the highway for the first time with the new setup. What do I think? So, in the first 5 minutes, the drone is not bad. It's not as bad as I guess it used to be before, but I can definitely tell you this, especially with all the windows down, it is significantly louder. I'll do a quick pull for the first time for this video here. It brings back old memories from when I first had my first single exit setup on this car. Wow. It's amazing, and it has the look to go with it too. I don't know about you guys, but I think that actually sounds pretty decent. But at normal cruising speed, there's really no drone at all. I'll just put it back in drive. It's like a normal car. It has a little bit of drone, but it's not loud, and I guess if it gets a little bit worse, I can just get a quieter resonator. So I'll still keep this one that I have right now, but I plan on to get a different one eventually that I can attach to it if the drone is, I would say, unbearable. Real quick, guys, 315,000 on the body has never looked, and I would say felt so good to drive. This car is from 2003. I cannot believe it. It's well maintained, well kept. You know, you have some dents and imperfections, but it has 315K. Come on now. Alright guys, so here we are on the side of the road. Just wanted to explain a few things to you. So the setup is catalyst headers, Megan Racing mid-pipe. Finally got rid of the stock resonator. That was one of the big things I wanted to change, because in reality, before the setup right now, when it came to that single exit, that HKS one, most of this setup was pretty much custom already. I just wanted to get rid of the stock resonator because I wanted to just make it fully custom. That resonator is probably just as old as when this car roll off the assembly line. So yeah, over 20 years pretty much. So I wanted to see if I could give it more of a refreshed sound. So catalyst headers, Megan Racing mid-pipe, a super style, I believe a 2.5 resonator with a 4-inch HKS tip. But just take a look at this right now. So this is the muffler I've always wanted for this car. I always say I want every single thing that I've always wanted for a certain part that I put on my car, but it is true. This is a HKS high power muffler. I don't know why, just the HKS brand has always been with me since I was a kid. I've always wanted to do somewhat of an HKS exhaust on my car. At first I wanted the dual exit, but as time went on I wanted the single. So it's mainly inspired, well, the style is inspired by a lot of the Mark IV Supras from the early 2000s that are like aftermarket, and I wanted to give my own little twist on it. So I really do like how the appearance of the 4-inch looks right now. But without further ado, is this the best setup for an NA2JZ? We're gonna find that out right now. So what do I think about my new setup, the HKS muffler and the resonator? So it's a little bit too raspy for my taste, but I really like the muffler, so I'm gonna keep the muffler. But what I'm most likely going to do is just get another resonator. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna keep the one that I have now just to give it more of a protection from drone. So I'll probably just get like a vibrant, like ultra quiet resonator or something and just get it put onto the resonator I already have on. But I would say overall, flyby wise, it's better than the two setups I had before. And looks wise, this is by far, I mean, the best one I've had. This is the dream look I've wanted to go for. I just wish I could get that one port for the other exhaust, which I don't have because I have a single exit. If I can just get a bumper that can cover that up, this will be pretty much a perfect look for the rear. But I really like how the rear just comes together. So another one of my thoughts on this exhaust is I noticed with this setup that I have now, it reminds me a lot of the 2JZ GE non-VVTi, because they both have a distinct sound, but they do sound similar, but they also sound a bit different. I would say the non-VVTi GE sounds a little bit higher pitched, and the VVTi sounds a little bit more deeper pitched though. But with this exhaust, which is basically a straight pipe now, but I have the resonator, so I don't really want to call it a straight pipe. It reminds me a lot of the non-VVTi 2JZ. So I've always kind of liked that tone a little bit better, so this is a plus. But definitely want to get a resonator just to put on to the one I already have now as something in the future, probably in the near future, but pretty much have the exhaust the way I wanted to. So out of 10, I'll give it looks 10 out of 10. Sound wise, 8 out of 10. Maybe 7 out of 10, just because of that resonator. If I can just have a smoother tone, I would probably give it a 10 out of 10 probably. Shout out to Top Mufflers, my friends, my good homies over there who actually helped me install or just did the full custom work for the single exit. It would have not been possible without them. They're the number one people I always go to for my exhaust, and they always do an excellent job. So as always, even if you're coming all the way from a different state or so, if you're in the DMV area, I recommend you hit them up. They will take good care of you and they do high quality work. So shout out to Top Mufflers once again. Really appreciate the work you guys have done.